Mike Mearls, here on GRZ once again.
Yeah, I'm back.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me again.
Everybody loves seeing you on GRZ. I don't know.
It's just, you know.
Everybody loves you.
Show off my good side.
People like line up at the con. I mean, I think there's some people now waiting to talk with Mr. Mearls. It's amazing.
It's like the reverse of high school. I'm popular now for playing D&D.
And I want to tell them, like, you know, if you worked with him, guys, you'd know he's not. No. So. D&D Game Day.
Yep.
Just spent here all day. I've talked to a lot of folks. All of you guys. First off, I think it's amazing that you guys can work on this game for so long. Finally, to the day where you can finally let your, just relax, and instead you're out here DMing. Why? Is it a sickness?
Well,
Explain it.
No, it's a relief because we've spent 3 years working on this game, and now it's finally out. It's like watching your little bird fly off into the world now, and so it's really great to see hundreds of gamers show up.
Right.
Everyone's playing the game, having a good time. It's finally out there. People are embracing it. They're really excited about it. So yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, it's like a real high. Yeah, it's like almost like the closest we come to like a live performance is the thing like this. Because most of the time we're sequestered in the office, toiling away, and this we get to go out and meet gamers and see them playing the game. So it's totally worth it. It's a great experience.
How did it go? Did you?
Very well. I mean, I actually, it was really funny. The first session I ran, it was like 9:30 in the morning. I saw a gaming group born before my eyes. Like, these guys are playing, they're having a really good time, they're getting along well. And at the end of the session, one guy's like, hey, I haven't played D&D since 1989. Do you guys have a gaming group? And these other two guys are like, well, we don't really have a group yet. We wanted to form one, so they start exchanging email addresses, and they both live right, all of them live right in the city. So there you go.
Wow.
I mean, it was kind of cool to see something like that.
That is neat.
A lot of positive comments. People were really excited about the game. There was at one point the best comment I heard all day was we're going around fighting. Did some people are fighting a monster or something, and someone looked up and said, "Oh, it's my turn again already? This is going really fast." And it was like, yes.
Doesn't that just sum it all up,
yes.
right?
Oh, yes.
Sums up 3.5. It sums up what the goal was.
Exactly.
It's my turn again already.
Take all the good stuff that everyone loved about the game and just shape it a little bit more, so we're getting a little more speed out of it.
Right. No, that's great. So, did you have no cheap PKs?
No, actually, I continue my tradition of rolling very poorly whenever I run like RPG games or demo games. They always roll terribly. I was able to drop a few characters, but no kills.
That must be why people like you, because you don't kill them off,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I like to kill the characters of employees, but not.
Oh, I see. All right. So we have the big thing coming out. I always like to, get you guys on the show and pump you for information, because Sweeps Week was coming out, and I was telling Mike before we started that if the budget for GRZ gets cut anymore, I'm going to have to pay them. So what sort of tidbits can you give us? Sort of hints can you give us so I can go and tell the world to come and watch the podcast and save? I could do a telethon, but I don't think you guys want me singing or reading poetry.
Maybe. We'll see. So working on Player's Handbook 2 right now.
Right.
It's funny because everyone asks me, oh, so now the game's out, you must be able to take some time off. It's like, no, we have Player's Handbook 2 is our big release for next year.
Right.
We're working on it right now. There's a lot of new classes in there. There are a few obvious ones. If there's stuff in the Player's Handbook that you're like, hey, where's this class? It's probably going to be in Player's Handbook 2. So a lot of the classics. And there's a few new things, really classes that no one's ever seen before in D&D.
Really?
And we're trying to do some pretty interesting stuff mechanically with them. So if there are things like, maybe you wanted to play like a cleric, but to be a bit more on the spellcastery side, that kind of thing, we're trying to go in different directions. Maybe something that sort of, if you like playing strikers, but want a kind of maybe a different flavor striker, a guy who's a little maybe more deadly and dangerous kind of guy, not like a rogue, but it's sort of a killer guy in a different way, maybe class a little bit like that, maybe it's an interesting flavor. And if you like the idea, if you look at the Druid in particular, if you like a lot of the aspects of the Druid, we're really using that as like the bedrock for how we're going to do character classes that are related to like that style of magic. The Primal Power Source we mentioned in Player's Handbook, those character classes, we kind of see the Druid, okay, this is the main example of it. What other character classes could you build off of that?
Right.
So that's going to be the really interesting direction. People are going to look at it and go, oh, this guy does this thing that reminds me of the Druid, but he's doing it his really own unique way, especially where it relates to the role and the flavor where we've come up with these new classes. Because the Druid's always been shelved as a divine class, so essentially we need to build this entire mythos around him.
Right.
Not only just for the Druid, but for the other classes, just like you have wizards and warlocks.
Right.
You have the Druid, and okay, who are the other guys that are going to be alongside him?
Nice.
We have like an entire super team of those guys in the works. I think people are going to be pretty excited about.
Now, James Wyatt was on the show, and he gave us the first letter of some of the races that are going to be in the Player's Handbook, too. So, can you give us a few of the first letters for some of the classes?
These are going to be hard because a lot of these are new that no one's, you know, the races people can kind of guess. But we've got some obvious ones like D and R and B, and then we have W, and then we have I, and I know I'm going to forget one, T, and that's 6. Is that 6 so far?
That's 6.
Oh, geez, now I'm going to look like, I can't remember. There's an S, and then there's another S, I believe.
Another S, okay.
So I think that's it. I'm sure when I watch this, I'm going to be like, oh, I forgot one, or I said one twice.
All right, and I should be writing this down, but you know what? People are going to have a message thread real quick that are going to have all this laid out.
But I will say, I think only 3 of those are classes that people have ever seen before.
Really?
I think the other ones are all new classes, completely new to Dungeons & Dragons.
Right.
And the interesting thing we saw, so I ran a playtest of the new PH2 classes, and I ran them through it, and at the end of the fight, every fight, the character power was balanced exactly where it should be. Like they had used as many healing surges and action points and daily powers as I'd expect for like a fighter, wizard, rogue, cleric party. But the interesting thing was, at the end, one of the players said, I feel like my character's more powerful or more interesting or there's more stuff going on, but I'm actually not any more powerful. Like, I just feel like this class is so different and interesting that I really want to play it.
Right.
But if I put him up next to, say, the fighter, like this new defender I'm playing, I'm not better. I'm just doing things in a different way that maybe I didn't expect. But now that I'm playing it, I really like it and I want to try this out. It feels very different from the fighter.
Interesting.
And so that's been one of the big things to the classes is keeping them balanced against the core.
Right.
Make it so that if you're playing a new class, you feel, hey, this is so different. I really feel like I'm having a different experience playing this class in a good way. You know, it's not just like, oh, this is just the fighter, but he's this new power source. Who cares, right? Or this is, you know, like if you look at the paladin and fighter in the Player's Handbook, making sure those classes play very differently.
Right.
That's our big challenge in Player's Handbook too. And so far, I think we're doing a pretty good job with play testing and feedback and making sure we hit hit those notes.
That's awesome. All right, Mike Mearls, I know it's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a good day, though.
I appreciate you, being one of the last ones. They're cleaning up, they're throwing people out, hanging out here. Thanks again, man. I appreciate it. Congratulations on the 4th launch, man. That's a big day.
And thanks to everyone who bought the game and is enjoying it. We couldn't do it without you guys, so thanks.
All right.